Hi, I'm Bill Felkner, inventor of the Topsy Turvy upside down tomato planter. Our customers love Topsy Turvy, but they asked us could we come up with something where they could plant more than one tomato. So we came up with Tomato Tree, which has a powder coated base and a larger grow bag and 3 planting ports so that you can grow either 3 tomatoes or a tomato and herbs or tomato and all different things, cucumbers, etc. Here are the parts for the tomato tree. We have the leveling screws, we have the 4 legs, 2 of them take the leveling screws, 2 of them take the pin downs. You have several locking pins and you have a Clovis pin and a set screw. You have the 2 locking systems. You have the bottom post and the top post. You have the bag with the 3 planting ports. You have the very top lid. You have a water catch tray. And then you have the top of bag cover. Okay, the first thing you do in assembling the tomato tree is the legs. You put the levelers into the legs, which screw right into 2 of the legs. You have the other 2 legs that have push down pins to hold it to the ground if you're on the ground, and all 4 legs have those. The first thing we'll do is we'll take the bottom post that has the plastic piece in the end, and we'll take the leg, we'll put the top in first, and the bottom, it pulls down and goes into the base of the leg like that. And you do all 4 legs the exact same way. Okay, the next step is you take the bottom locking system and you put it in place with the 4 notches catching each of the 4 legs. You lock it together with the turn screw that has a lock washer. It goes right in here and there's threads right in the bottom of the main post. You screw that in. I want you to see how tightly that all of this is locked in. All the legs are solidly locked in from the base. Okay, the next step is you want to lock the legs in from the top. You take the top locking system, you go down over the bottom post, and then you line the holes up all the way through. You take your locking pin, goes through the hole, out the other side. Then you take your Clevis pin and it goes through the hole and the locking pin, and the bottom is locked in as solid as it can be. Next, you take the water catch tray and you take it down on the top of the bottom post. Next, you take the top post and you start with the pin that's applied in the factory goes on first. That swedges right on. After you have this bag pulled down tight, take your hands on the inside and fluff it out real good. Get it in good shape. Now what you want to do is to put some fertilizer in the soil itself so that you give your tomato plants a jump start. We recommend our Super Growth formula, Topsy Turvy fertilizer. It's the best that we've ever used on tomatoes. You put about 4 tablespoons in the soil and mix it up thoroughly, and then your tomatoes can use that to get started. Next, you want to add this enriched soil. You do it any type of a scoop at all, a little bowl, anything, and you just simply pour it in. 1 scoop at a time. It takes you no time at all. What you want to do is to fill the soil, the potting soil, up to this level right here at the bottom of the growing ports of the tomato tree. Okay, once you get the soil filled up to the bottom of the grow ports, then you take your tomato plant. And I want to take just a second to be sure and get you a good, short, stocky tomato plant. Make it good and green and healthy. No brown spot, no yellow, and no small fruit. And you want to take the bottom leaves off. Just pinch them off with your fingers. Now what we want to do is we'll take this split sponge out, and we will take this tomato plant and go right through the opening here and lay it on top of the soil. Now what I want to tell you to do is to take as much of the stem in as you can, because this tomato plant will root all along that stem and give you a massive root system. Now you take the sponge, it has a split in the middle, and you split it and put it around the collar of the tomato. Now you want to be careful here and not damage or break your stem, and you just put that locking collar right back in. Once that's in, you can sort of very carefully move your tomato to the center. Now these ports here are for herbs. And so we're going to take an herb plant here. We'll get the roots tore just a little bit so that they can start a good herb set. And all you do is simply push them through. Now, we've planted 2 plants here. You can do the same and choose the plants. You can use cucumbers or other herbs, other tomatoes. You can go with a yellow tomato and a red tomato or a cherry tomato. You can mix them up and grow different things all at the same time. Okay, the last step here is you take the lid and it simply slides down. It has the slots right to where all of these cables, and this is woven stainless steel, will hold a lot more weight than this. You go right down, and you be sure that all of the wires are in place. Now when you water, you just pour the water on the top. It runs right down and through the holes. And you can also feed through the holes. You can feed your fertilizer right through the holes. And then you have the final cap, goes right on there. And your topsy-turvy is planted and put together in no time. If you have any questions about any topsy-turvy products, just visit us online at the addresses below.